who doesn't love Comic-Con? Because I absolutely love Comic-Con, and I have a few buddies who love Comic-Con as well. But I am talking the Comic-Con documentary. I believe it took place in 2012. It is by Morgan Spurlock, the guy who did Super Size Me. This is Comic-Con, a fan's hope. If you can see the cover, my cousin gave me this to watch, and I love Comic-Con. Absolutely Comic-Con. And a lot of people ask me, oh, what is Comic-Con like? What is this? Well, what do you do over there? What's over there? I mean, this film will tell you what the hell is over there. And this film will showcase what we go through if you are a veteran at Comic-Con. I am a veteran. I've been there for 3 years. So I like to say I'm a veteran. This is I guess it was my senior year. Now I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back pretty much every year now because it's just too awesome. And Comic-Con is this video really showcased a lot of individuals, a lot of things that I didn't even know, because there's also a portfolio review, which I had no clue, which is inspiring artists who want to work at, Dark Horse or Marvel. And they go to this portfolio reviews and they want to know, do they have a shot or they want to get hired on right there and then. So, I mean, not for Dark Horse or anything like that, but work with individuals who are been in the game, who know what to do. So that aspect of the documentary was really great. I really did enjoy that aspect of learning what these artists go through. I mean, I wish I could draw, but I can't draw. The only thing I could really do is tell a story. And if I were to get somebody who knew how to draw, I would like to collab with them and just tell a story, because that's the one thing I enjoyed to do the most. But it's always good to see the aspect of how these artists get into the game and this and that. So that's one thing I really did take away from this documentary. And also there's love in the air. Of course, I think everybody who goes to Comic-Con who is single, like, oh, maybe I'll meet them, maybe I'll meet my future wifey or something like that. Because people who go to Comic-Con like certain things. They like the same thing you like. I mean, pop culture wise, comic wise, film wise, anime wise, whatever. And a lot of people, maybe where you're from, don't like the same amount of stuff you do. I look at pretty much here in Santa Maria where I live, and there is not a lot of people. They all love movies, which is great, but they don't like anime as much as I like anime. They don't know as much as I know when it comes to comics. Even though I don't read comics, I do look up the stuff, and I do want to know everything, a lot of aspects of the characters I'm reviewing when it goes on the film. So, and they're not really in deep with film news or film what's going on as well. So Comic-Con is kind of a place, and that's where they showcase a lot of people who met each other at Comic-Con. So if you like the love aspect and the romantic aspect of that, that's there too. So, I mean, we also meet a guy who is about to propose to his girlfriend who he met at Comic-Con, and there's a lot of that in Comic-Con as well. And then you have a lot of interviews, a lot of people talking about Comic-Con who are big names. You got Olivia Wilde, you got Joss Whedon, you have Kevin Smith, you have Frank Miller, you have a lot of Stan Lee. You got so many big names just talking about Comic-Con, and a lot of TV like Seth Green. I mean, there's a lot of people, Seth Rogen, a lot of people are talking about Comic-Con who love Comic-Con. And also there is also we follow a group who do Mile High Comics, who sell the vendors. I mean, I always want to know what the vendors are kind of like and how these people proceed to sell their merch. And you see Mile High Comics who really there for the comics. They're not there for memorabilia or anything like movie memorabilia or anything like that. It's really purely for the comics, which it should be for Comic-Con, purely for the comics. But the bad thing is I'm not really into that. I'm into everything else. But Mile High Comics, I remember them in Denver. I went to Denver, Colorado one year, and that was them. I don't know if they're still there, but I used to go to Mile High Comics, and I loved everything they had. I loved the displays. I picked up a comic book while I was at that store. I picked up Spider-Man Reign, and I thought it was amazing. I loved that comic book. A lot of people didn't, but I loved it. But yeah, we meet this old timer who knows basically, listen, it's not what it used to be, and that's exactly true. I like to tell all my friends that, hey, Comic-Con is not Comic-Con back in the day. I bet you a lot of the people who used to go there are pissed because the movie industry really took over Comic-Con and really just made it about film. Of course, they want to cash in everything. They bring all the stars, they bring all this stuff, and it's really promotion for their films. Film has taken over Comic-Con because of how big the superhero genre is now. I guess you could call it genre at this point. But back in the day, it was just purely comics, and it tells you that in the first 1970 when Comic Con was first made, first done, they were trying to get just 500 people. Now you get like thousands and thousands of people, where Comic Con itself is so packed. I mean, this was in 2012. Last year, or this year, 2015, it was even more packed. It is insane. Now, this helps the city of San Diego because of the revenue and everything. So, I can see where that guy's coming from, where he wants to just sell comics and he's just wondering why it's struggling so much. But you got to understand that we are now in a new age where film is the biggest rave. Film is the hot ticket. That, pardon the pun, but it is. With comics, people still love comics. And then I also love to enjoy the aspect of the documentary that they showcase the collectors. There's a lot of I like to collect, as you can see, but I don't like to sell. I like to display. It's mine. It's forever going to be mine. Yes, it probably is junk. Yes, my kids probably won't want it unless they, I force them, like, watch this, you'll love it. But it's all mine, and I don't expect to sell any of it at all. So, but it's always great to see the collector side of the things and how people really just fucking book it just to get these exclusives. It's crazy. I'm not going to do that. I mean, it's crazy how people used to get into Hall H fairly. It was decent to get in there, but now it's just impossible to get it in there. So if you want to know a lot about Comic-Con and basically see for yourself what it's all about, there's my video, of course, where I showcase my year at Comic-Con this year. But there's also this documentary, and I think this documentary was really good. I don't think it was fantastic. I think it could have been a little bit better. I was expecting a little bit better, but it was great. It was great to see some of the things I didn't necessarily know, especially the marquee or something like that, the costume cosplay like show. I've always wanted to go there. I haven't gone to one yet. I know it's like at night, so I end up going to like the bars or something. But I definitely want to go check one out because we do follow a chick who does Mass Effect, and she is phenomenal at doing these costumes. And I wish I had the talent to do that, but I don't. I'm definitely going to try to dress up next year though, but I'm going to have somebody help me out on that. But she does a great job, and the show is actually really fun, and the costumes are really great, and they do a little skit, and I do love to entertain, so I love people getting entertained myself. So absolutely got to check one out probably next year. So Comic-Con, the documentary, Fans New Hope by Morgan Spurlock. It's a great documentary. If you haven't already, please go check it out. Go check it out. It's actually really good. It's not fantastic, but it's really good, and it really does have a lot of big names on here, so I think you could pick it up. I don't think it's on Netflix. I think you could pick it up. Maybe you could check on YouTube. Definitely look for it. I got this for my cousin, and he got like 5 of these the year it came out of that Comic-Con. So, but overall, if you love Comic-Con, if you want to experience Comic-Con, if you love everything pop culture, really, everything film, superhero, this and that, games, there's games there as well, anime, I really encourage you to sign up for Comic-Con. Just go to the Comic-Con website. It's a free membership. They give you newsletters, they give you emails when the ticket sales are going to go on, and it is very, very hard to get the tickets, honestly. But even for one day, I mean, you're out there at San Diego. San Diego is an awesome city. I love being in San Diego. I love partying over there, but I also love just for one day going to Comic-Con. Enjoy yourself, check out everything. There's a lot of merch that you can buy. There's a lot of things to do, not only in the convention, but outside the convention as well, like at Petco Park. They have The Walking Dead, I think, this year. There. Yeah, I was there, and I wasn't going to go in there because I'm scared. Excuse me. They had a MTV Awards season, the award show. That I got to see Flow Rider for free and stuff. They had a Ferris wheel there. They have like obstacle courses. So I mean, if you want to do it and you've always wanted to go to Comic-Con, you're like me about 5 years ago. Like I think I did go in 2012, where I said I've always wanted to go to Comic-Con. I always wanted to see everything. It was just a dream of mine. And that first Comic-Con I went to, it was just me. I was by myself, and I met up with my cousins. But that first Comic-Con was just, I was hooked. It was magic. I got into Hall H. I did a lot of things there, and every year I go ever since, I've done more stuff that I had never done before. So it's just fantastic, guys. I mean, I really think it's not for everybody. I will say that. If you don't like big crowds, if you don't like lines, and a lot of people just like, didn't necessarily like it. But there's something about Comic-Con that really brings the little kid out of you, and it just really, everybody's surrounding you, all the people. I mean, everybody loves what you love, and that's what you want to do. That's where you want to be, is a place where you love the same things, and a lot of people as well. So thank you guys for listening. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Would really appreciate it. Check out my Comic-Con video too as well. You can find it in the film productions on my playlist. Also, check out all my other reviews if you want to check those out too. Like the video if you like it. Comment below. Love to hear you guys' thoughts if you've been to Comic-Con or if you're looking forward to going to Comic-Con. The tickets should be on sale pretty soon. I think the most expensive really overall is the room and just the whole overall trip, but the tickets are not that bad. I think they're $150 for 3 days. That's what I usually get. And then you can get preview night. But I think I'm just going to get 3 days this year again, or next year again. So I'm Dan the Man, Dan the Son. You guys have a good one.